And welcome back. This is game 5 of what is a completely tied up finals series here. This best of 7 series is now on game 5, tied up 2-2 between two extremely versatile teams here. We have Crump and ElPolloLoco putting quite a show on for Celo and DudeFromBrzl, the undefeated team, trying to finish off their crowning achievement here and become not just undefeated champions, but the first undefeated champions ever in Vanquish Gaming history. So very exciting matchup, a lot on the line as we tick away here. Game 5 takes us to Tirador Keep, a shared base map here with lots of expansions. We have this entire extra area here which is full of expansions ready for the taking. A lot of times when the action gets hot, people forget about those side expansions and it gives some clever players an advantage. We'll have to see if Crump and Pollo can pull that off and maybe go for a side expansion there, or if DudeFromBrzl and Celo will get to them first. We've seen quite a bit of action on this map in the regular season. These backdoor rocks have been the bane of everyone's existence. We have seen so much play regarding these rocks here. In the case of this setup here, these rocks are in great positioning for both teams to harass early. We see Pollo already learning a lesson there, putting an overlord early, trying to get any kind of detection there. Celo, of course, finding them very quickly here. He's going to kind of roll in here. We do see a fast expand coming down from Pollo. Looks like they will try to block this off as quickly as possible and force them into a longer game. That has been very successful for them. Of course, game 1 being kind of stolen from them by an expert textbook Baneling bust, but also being helped out by very poorly placed pylons from Crump. We've seen him correct that since then, kind of separating out these pylons, sometimes even putting an extra one in there, trying to hold that down. Do see some spawning pools going down for everybody. So far, looks like we do have an expansion from Celo there. I was going to say so far it looks like they're one-basing it. This would definitely be the kind of map where a one-base strategy might help you out, especially with these extra rocks back here. I've seen some double roach rushes be very effective on these rocks, especially in the case of a Zerg Protoss team. We do see now the Cybernetics core going down. DudeFromBrzl just squeaking his way in here. He's going to try to keep eyes on these bases as quickly and as long as possible. Looks like, oh, a little bit of harassment there, going for that spine crawler. Very interesting choice there. This spawning pool, of course, has popped, so not a very good idea for the long haul. Does not look like Pollo has chosen to respond to it yet. He may not even notice it. We do see him selecting. No, it looks like he's going to go to mine gas. It looks like he does not notice this at all. This is not looking good at all. If he wants to hold me in suspense, mission accomplished, Pollo. But he really needs to do something about it. It looks like he's going for double gas. But this spine crawler is going to finish here, and unbelievable. He did not notice this spine crawler in play, and that spine crawler, of course, is going to start picking off a few of these workers here. And DudeFromBrzl going for an expansion himself, could still be used for mass links. Thankfully, Pollo has this extra base back here. He can kind of just move those workers temporarily to that base, not try to lose anything. Thankfully, none of his gas is on this side. But this spine crawler is going to get quite a bit of range here. It can pretty much take out everything from here on down. Looks like we now have a Zealot and 2 Queens coming in here to try and take out some of these. Needs to micro this Queen away. He's going to go ahead and lose that Queen. And, you know, pretty decent harassment there from DudeFromBrzl, but really Pollo's fault for being able to pull it off here. You know, really not a good idea that he's able to pull that off there. And you see him just trying to take out a few more workers with his last dying breath, as this spine crawler looks like it's finally going to go down. Could have probably taken out this Queen. It looks like it, oh, just barely takes out the Queen, holding on with 4 hit points. This has got to be annoying Pollo to no end. Finally going down thanks to Crump Stalker. And just really something that should have never happened there. Pollo, of course, laughing, just, you know, probably kicking himself as well. Cannot believe that happened. DudeFromBrzl, a little bit of a happy face there. And Pollo just reminding him, hey, don't get cocky, buddy. Next time, I'm not going to let that happen, all right? You just got a little lucky I was distracted. And, you know, Pollo shouldn't be dusting off that mantle just yet. We're still about halfway through on this series here. It's still anyone's game. The next team that wins, though, will have the other team at an elimination threat. We do see the macro advantage slightly. Well, let's take a look. Is it slightly? No, it is not. It is, see Pollo a little bit behind, but it's still fairly even here. It makes you wonder how far ahead Pollo would be had he not lost those workers. He was able to save some of them, thankfully, to this fast expand. We do see now some speed coming down, as well as some spine crawlers, both for DudeFromBrzl and Celo. They will definitely try to play more defensive here. And do we have a Baneling Nest? We do have a Baneling Nest. So that Baneling Nest, of course, is going to be very, very useful for the Baneling bust that is most likely coming up soon. Let's go ahead and take a look at the unit tab here. We'll see we have 22 Lings and only 2 Lings, but 10 Banelings coming out from DudeFromBrzl. Meanwhile, we only have 2 Zealots and 2 Stalkers, no units whatsoever from Pollo. That is not a good situation to be in when you have this kind of rallying up here. Pollo, of course, seeing this and realizing, oh god, this is not good, and they're going to go for that pylon, and it's game 1 all over again, and just hitting a little bit later here, and they're going to go ahead and roll in, bling the mineral line, and this is not looking good at all. Looks like Pollo was planning to try and go for the fast muta. Unfortunately, just not enough units. By 7 minutes, they did not have enough, and there's the GG from Pollo, as this now goes in favor, again, another lead change, going to DudeFromBrzl and Celo as they regain the lead of this series, 3-2, putting Pollo and Crump an elimination threat. This is just this has been a great series so far, back and forth. This is now everything on the line. We'll have to see what happens. Stay tuned. We've got the next game coming up in just a few short minutes.